We first met at school. He moved up here from Florida about halfway through the year. He was in my AP class, my AP English class. And we started talking a few days after he moved up here. So yeah.
If you live it up, you won't live it down.
Our first date started at Cam's Pizzeria, where we sat there quiet most of the time, very awkward. Then we went over to her place to hang out.
Our first kiss, I think, was at my dad's house, again, last year when he came up for that month. It was pretty good, I remember. I mean, it was a long time ago, but I remember, I'm pretty sure it was at my dad's house.
And we were hanging out in her room, and that's when we had our first kiss. I don't know about her, but I was nervous as hell. As much as I hate to admit it. How did I know she was the one? Oh, jeez. That one kind of requires a gushy answer, doesn't it? Suppose I knew she was the one. Well, it wasn't like a specific moment. It was more of a gradual thing. It was, well, we just get along together, really. I mean, we have a lot of the same interests. We're both very understanding and calm people. We're both indoor people, which is great, because I hate going outside. And, you know, love each other and all that good stuff.
I knew he was the one because when we first started talking, before we started dating, we had a lot in common. I was really comfortable with him. I could tell him anything. We had a lot of fun together. Like, we could talk about anything and it wouldn't be awkward. And it was just really fun. I really felt comfortable around him. So I thought things just clicked. So. My first impression of him was that he was really shy, a quiet person, but that he was laid back. He just seemed like that person that you had to go to first if you wanted to talk to him, like you would approach him first. So yeah. And like I instantly like thought he was cute. Like I remember when I first saw him come into class that day, and I was sitting next to my friend Serena. I was like, oh my god, I want to meet him. I want to be friends with him. Like it was, I don't know. I just remember being really silly when he first came. So.
What was your first impression? First time I met her, she seemed to me to be the quiet, bookish type. Not in a bad way, of course. You know, she seemed like a really nice person, though we didn't talk too often yet. When did I meet the family? I think I started meeting her family the second or third time I went over to her house. Which sounds kind of creepy now that I think about it.
I first met his family last summer when he came up, again, around our 1 month. I met his dad and his grandparents, and then on July 3rd we went up to Canisius to his aunt and uncles, and I met a lot of his family from his dad's side that day. I still haven't met his mom or his sister or his mom's side of the family yet because they lived down in Florida, but I met a lot of his dad's family last summer, so. We don't really have any big traditions. You know, we just hang out a lot. Play some Magic the Gathering and stuff like that. that, so we don't really have much actual traditions, though. So.
Do we have any traditions? Well, we sacrifice Ghost to Thor. That's the best I could think
of. We haven't had a road trip yet. I just got my license, so you know, I don't have my own car yet, so I haven't really been able to do that.
If you count us driving to the movies that one time.
He said, "I love you" first. We were at Seabreeze, I remember this day. It actually slipped when he first said it. I had been planning to say it to him for a while, but I was nervous to. I remember we were teasing each other, and he said, instead of saying, he kind of like pushed me a little, like nudged me. And he's like, "You know I love you," and it just slipped. And then a few moments later, I told him I loved him back. So.
Never really had a real argument. The only time we came close to having an argument is when I heard her say something wrong, or she heard me say something wrong. Corrected ourselves pretty quickly. A real fight.
He doesn't have a job at the moment. So far, he's unemployed, so.
She works as a cashier.
Neither of us were the pants in the relationship, really. I mean, we're really civil with each other. You know, it's an equal relationship.
Where's the pants in the relationship? Where's the pants in the relationship? Well, she usually wears shorts. I'm a fan of blue jeans myself. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
He's really obsessed with Daria, that show Daria, and stuff like that. And Magic the Gathering, I would say. We've been together for about a year and 2 months, a little over a year and 2 months. Next month, in August, it'll be a year and 3 months, so I'm excited. The first thing I noticed about him was that he was really outgoing, he had a great personality, and I just really found myself attracted to him, like, in a good, like, to his appearance and stuff like that, so.
It kind of goes along with the first impression thing, doesn't it? I don't know if it's asking, like, personality or... Anyway, I guess the first physical trait I noticed was was her long hair and glasses. I actually... The glasses she had at the time were almost like the hipster glasses, and I actually like those. I don't know why, I just do. So I noticed that pretty quickly.
His favorite restaurant would have to be Popeyes. He loves chicken.
And instructions for dancing.
PewDiePie!
Our favorite show to watch together would have to be Teen Titans and Death Note. I haven't watched it yet, so he's been letting me watch it with him and all that, so. He doesn't like fruit. He's a big meat person, so.
I'm not sure what food she doesn't like, but I'm doing a pretty good job at making her very sick with pizza. I order it constantly. But something that I do that she wishes I didn't. I compulsively crack my knuckles, my jaw, and my toes. And it drives her insane.
I know he said he's wanted to go to France before, because the town was named after his ancestors or something, so I know he said he wants to visit there, though.
I'd have to say playing Pokemon on her DS and or reading.
He can spend hours playing MTG, playing a Stitch, or watching Let's Play, stuff like that. His best friends are his two guy friends, Austin and Logan. They're pretty much like brothers, so. What is one unique talent that he has? He knows how his throat sing, which is kind of cool. You like use your vocal cords. I don't know, it sounds really cool, but yeah, so that's a unique talent. And his elbows are double jointed, so he can like twist his arms in cool ways. So yeah.
She's pretty good at drawing, actually. And I know she's a writer, but I haven't read... Well, actually, you know what? When she was writing that one play, I did read it, and I remember liking it quite a bit. Yeah, it was a murder mystery thing that she was doing for class. It was pretty well written, I gotta say. So, writing and drawing.